ready to get back on the ice. I feel like it's been a long time.
Can't tell me now we're waiting for. Can't tell me. Yes, I'm ready to get to this, Jeff.
I'll let you take this one.
Guys, welcome back to the MMC. I'm getting a little excited. Dropping that love sound there.
A little excited?
Yeah. It's just one of these.
This is the chef. In case you guys are potentially new. He does that a lot. So if you enjoy that, this is the place to be. Millennial ManCave, the chef, the Jeff, Chef Tom. Gotta say the name, just in case. People would come around and be like, calling you the chef all the time.
Yeah, why not?
And if you haven't figured out, my name is Jeff. So, yeah. Guys, you know what it is. It is NHL 18. It is back to our Toronto Maple Leafs franchise. And we are taking on St. Louis Blues.
Pretty decent record, 24-19-2, so let's see what they got.
It's going to be a good battle for us. I am feeling great to get back to some NHL action because, as you guys know, your boys don't really get to play video games outside of shooting our content.
I know.
So when we actually get to dabble into these games, it's fun to be able to actually bring our actual emotion. And excitement to play it. And be able to kind of, sit around and chit-chat for you guys. Like, I mean, I think we've probably talked about some previous episodes, but in case somebody new is watching today, this is what the MMC is about. This was built on Chef Tom and I being able to game, to just hang out, shoot the metaphorical poop, and just,
sing songs,
tell stories. Story time. We haven't had a story time with Chef Tom in a while. And Jeff.
Well, I mean, not much new happening really per se.
I mean, besides the fact that my house almost burnt down.
Oh, that's true. If you want to drop that so soon.
Okay, so today's story. Oh, go Mitchie. So Matthews is still injured. That we know because Larkin is starting. Oh, okay. So we know they have Kopitar, and apparently Johnson.
Yup.
And Weber, and Hamonic, and Kopitar. We don't know who their goalie is yet. And Weber. Oh.
I thought it was supposed to be you.
Oh, I got it. Go Mitch. Okay, hold on.
Get up there, Forsberg.
Hold on.
Pause on story time.
Nope. Oh, Rene.
Wow. It's in play!
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go story time while Chef Tom battles it out here.
Why is Larkin coming from the bench?
So, I know. He wants to fight for Forsberg against Weber. Never a good sign. So, story time, guys. Here's,
I'm going to get knocked out.
Here's actually some craziness that's a little bit ongoing in my life here. I know we don't get, like, overly personal.
Never.
Like, we try and keep it more fun, conversational for you guys. So, if you guys want to hear, like, more personal, like, life stories, drop below. Leave some love. Leave some comments. Chef Tom and I can bring some more, some more juice, if you will. But, so we're talking, so we're shooting on a Thursday. Tonight's a Thursday. Wednesday night.
Whoa, what a night.
Yeah, getting home from work. My parents were downtown Toronto doing some business down there.
Oh, gosh.
For a doctor's visit. So, I worked during the day. I came home for lunch because my office where I work is very close to home.
Fortunate, yes.
Yes, so I have the benefit of being able to drive home only about, 5-10 minutes away. So I came home for lunch. My parents had already left. And, nothing different at my house. Came in, got some food, took care of my dog, went back to work. No issues. Go back to work. I come home around, maybe usual time. Actually, probably earlier than usual here. God, come on.
I'm pretty sure I put that into our own net.
Come on. So earlier than usual, like 5:15, I'm home. And, started noticing a smell that wasn't in my house when I came home for lunch. So at this point, I'm getting a little worried. And I can't figure out what the smell is. It smelled like burnt plastic and like burnt metal. Or like a very heavy, like metalish smell.
Yeah, it was, continue the story.
Yeah, so with that being said, I'm a little bit of a panic. As any normal person would be.
For sure.
Nobody's home. I'm worried about my dog. So I'm trying to walk around the house, try and figure out what exactly the smell is. So now I'm scoping out my house. I'm talking upstairs. I'm talking downstairs. I'm talking the basement.
You're doing your laps.
Everywhere. Multiple times. To really make sure I'm double checking to see where the smell is coming from and how do I stop it.
Oh, Demko.
So, I do my checks. I call out my pops, who's downtown, like I mentioned. And he's saying, no, like there should be nothing like that smell. And I'm keeping him on the phone. I'm walking around trying to figure out where can I potentially figure out the smell is? So it's in the front of the house, and I'm really starting to smell it in the kitchen. Not knowing what it could possibly be, I continue to do the rounds. I eventually come back into my kitchen to notice smoke coming out from the back of my fridge. Now, at first I couldn't tell, like, what exactly it was. I didn't know maybe if it was just a leak, something going on. So I, kind of turned the lights off to make sure it really was a legitimate smoke. I left one kind of spotlight on that's in the kitchen, and I started noticing the buildup of the smoke around the light. It's starting to get very hard to breathe in the room now, and I'm like, okay, this is legitimate smoke, and there's smell, and it's bad. So I immediately try and get my dog away as far as possible, and, I'm talking to my dad, and I go run. It's hard to breathe, so the first thing he says is go open the back door. Get the back door open. Now, guys, keep in mind, right now,
it's like minus 30.
In the Toronto area, in Ontario, it is probably about minus 30 at any given time due to the wind chill and just the pure, like, winter cold that we deal with here.
Yeah, it's one of the coldest winters.
So, at least for a long time. I mean, we've had some pretty mild ones,
recently.
Hitting that maybe minus 10, that kind of area. But now we're like minus 10, minus 15 with wind chill, pushing minus 30, minus 40.
Yep.
So it is not comfortable right now where we live, guys. So, keeping that in mind, I got to open the back door now to get the smoke out. Smoke's starting to find its way out. My dad says, call the fire department. Call the fire department. I speak with them. They say, get out of the house. If you have any pets, anything, get them out. Get out. Be safe. Open a window. I unplugged the fridge. I pulled it out and unplugged it from the back. And, fire department's at my place within maybe 3 minutes. So I'm outside now. Keeping in mind, again, it's minus 30. I'm freezing cold. My poor dog is shivering. He is absolutely just freezing.
And freaking out the boat.
And freaking out. And, we're outside. Fire department comes. We start chit-chatting with them. They say, okay, what's going on? I kind of explain the stories to the responders. They go inside the house and, just go do their investigation.
What the hell was that?
So they finally come back out, and I get a call to the guy outside who's standing with me from the truck, from the fire guys, saying, yeah, they think it's, it's definitely the fridge. Maybe the motor blew or something else. One part went off that caused the issue. So at this point, he says, it's okay. You're safe to go back inside. You're lucky you got home when you did.
Pretty much. I would have been...
So, we'll get into more detail about that stuff. But essentially, you go back inside. Now the firefighters have officially walked through my house with, snowy, dirty boots, leaving water all over the place. And we just got the house cleaned, which was kind of a pain. But, for safety, these guys had to be in.
Yep.
And, now the back door's open. Now my house, guys, is starting to get freezing cold. Like, I'm talking freezing. At this point, it's only one window open in the back door. So, firefighters finally leave. And in a crazy panic, my dad starts calling pretty much every, cousin possible. So I'm talking Matza Mike's parents. I'm talking Chef Tom's parents, who are also my godparents. And, luckily they were in the area to rush over and come help out. And, the firefighters left. And this basically... Nice!
There you go!
Look at that love!
Ah, we love you too!
Attaboy, Tristan. Lots of love, man. Hopefully you watched this video, man, and you saw yourself live. But, yeah, so Chef Tom's, parents came over. They helped out. So at this point now, they're like, you got to air out the house. So now we're opening...
Everything.
Every window, guys. Every bloody window. And my house dropped from 72
to 60
to 56.
Oh, okay.
It dropped as low as 56.
Never mind.
Now, that should be relatable to the U.S. because it's not Celsius now. This is in Fahrenheit.
Yep.
And I'm sure you guys can imagine what kind of drop that's like. And keeping in mind now, that temperature is not even holding. It is still absolutely freezing in the house. And that all dropped within a span of about an hour. So now at this point, all the windows are open. All the doors are open potential besides the front door because it's too cold and we don't want anybody to break into my house.
Yep.
And, with the help of Chef Tom's mom and dad, we've now cleared out the fridge upstairs, had to locate it to the fridge downstairs in the basement, and now we're trying to troubleshoot. Where's the smell coming from? What part is it? Can we remove it? Do we have to move the fridge? So Chef Tom's dad and I are now on our hands and knees, getting this fridge...
Getting down to business.
Getting down to business, try and take out the pump.
Oh.
We're able to get the pump out. Guess what, guys? It's not the pump.
Or the motor.
So, your boy Jeff hops in there, goes online, and finds out...
You're good for that.
The smell, as I described it, is apparently a compressor issue.
Which, if you guys are not familiar, once the compressor blows on any fridge, there's no point even bothering to replace that.
And if you guys haven't seen a compressor, guys, it's a massive tub about yay big, like yay wide, about yay big, that holds like a coolant, a Freon coolant.
Which is very not safe for...
No, it's very hazardous, bad for your skin, bad for your eyes, God forbid it were to blow. And it's all connected with copper piping. So now we got the pump out pretty easy with, some screws, some ratchets, all that stuff. Elbow grease. And this thing was not coming out. What this mean now, guys, we had to get the fridge out of my house. So, you guys know Chef Tom's dad got into a car accident.
Yep.
So, he's already in rough shape. I mean, he's trying to get back, and now he's come out and he's helped out already. So, he's done more than enough. And at this point now, we got to get this fridge out.
Oh.
So Chef Tom was actually due to come over and shoot.
Yep.
We're going to shoot some content for you guys, which now we had to switch to tonight because of last night's events. So,
oh my God, if that actually happened.
Your dad has to call up your sister and her boyfriend to go back to Chef Tom's parents' place.
Get a trolley
to get this fridge out. So now I wiggle this trolley from my kitchen to my front door, which is a good solid maybe 300 feet.
Yep.
And, Chef Tom rushes his way over. His sister arrives with her boyfriend, and between the three of us, we jimmy this thing out.
Thank God we did not go to the gym, any of us.
No kidding.
Prior to this.
So, with that being said, my front door, guys, is a double door. So, the second door, the dummy doors, always have the double locks.
Yep.
So, we get this thing open, we take it out, we get in the garage, we're starting to think, okay, great, the smell's going to go away, everything's good.
Still stunk.
For a while. Let's get this door closed now. Because of how cold it is, guys, the fiberglass in the door expanded and didn't fit back in to close.
Yeah, it had like a 2 millimeter gap.
Oh my God, at least.
It was brutal.
At least.
And I kept saying, get the hammer, get a ladder, get up there. Nope.
So for the first while, we're trying to get this thing out.
We were doing like Grizzly Men style. Just
we were so cold. Wow, Demko. So cold and so tired. We were just like, God,
slamming it.
Get this thing to close. Oh, the feed.
Come on, baby.
Oh, the feed. Sorry for anybody with earphones.
Ooh.
My boy, Larkin.
Larkin just across all fronts has been money for us.
He's been a beast. And that was your acquisition.
Buy on the low, boys.
So back to our story time. We get this fridge out. We can't get the door closed. So now 2 front doors open in minus 30 weather.
Yeah.
My house continues to be an igloo.
It just dropped.
And if you guys don't know what an igloo is, it is pretty much like northern Canada where all the like native Indians of sorts live. They live in like basically
ice
bricks built by ice
and snow.
And they live up there year round. And have like pelt to wear to keep warm. Look it up, guys. You have never heard of an igloo before, and I'm sure if you guys are watching from the States and places where you don't get snow, they're
never mind, Florida just got snow.
Somehow. But so my house is freezing now. Can't get this bloody door closed for like 20 minutes.
Pretty sure it started snowing in your house.
Yeah, to the point where snow's starting to come in. We just cleaned the floors after the firefighters come in, so I've been walking around with wet socks. I'm exhausted from bringing stuff up and down the stairs.
Oh, gosh.
And it's just an absolute disaster. So we finally get the door closed. Finally starting to get my house climatized by the time my mom gets back, which was massive. Massive part of that whole fight.
Yep.
Get everything going. And, got it out, and the smell has finally dissipated.
Finally, yeah.
If you will. But, guys, not a pleasant experience.
It was, like, the text messages I kept getting from Jeff were, like, so sparse. It's like, you would not believe the night I had. Goldbergman!
And so...
And at that point, I just dropped everything and came.
So the reasoning behind the short text messages, and funny enough, I got this from Matza Mike, and I also got this from Alana, my fiance, guys, we don't know. They were all saying the same thing, like, why are texts so short, this other deal. So I couldn't find a working flashlight in my house. So Chef Tom's dad was using my cell phone for a flashlight.
Meanwhile, you guys understand, his father has, for years, been a service guy.
And has lights everywhere.
Has lights, has every tool. But no light in the moment.
So, with that being said, his dad's using my phone for light, which means I only had my phone once every, like, couple minutes. So I'm sending short text messages just to get an answer through. And then, eventually, when some of the other work was getting done, I just didn't have my phone. I left it on my table. I'm running back and forth, just
secondary.
Spotting quick messages. Yeah. Trying to get the house kind of fixed and back together, and eventually we put the thermostat up to 76 to try and get it to quickly
just pump it,
build its way back up to at least 70.
Yeah.
And it took a good maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, God, yeah.
Once we closed everything up to start getting climatized again. I mean, Chef Tom was here through the whole thing after we got the fridge moved out. It was not pleasant.
I just remember looking at you, and that's why I opted not to shoot, was that you just had, like, bags under your eyes. Okay.
I mean,
not good for the brand right now if we shoot.
I mean, on top of it, guys, like, and again, this is the piece I want to come back to. God forbid I came home any later. My house, if I didn't pull that fridge out and catch it when it started to spark and smoke, my house could have been on fire. My fridge could have been on fire. My kitchen could have gone up in flames. Like, who knows how big or how small
it could have been.
It could have been, because the compressors, when they blow like that, guys, are notorious. Notorious, okay, for sparking and lighting on fire. So, guys, if you ever see any smoke coming out of your fridge, be very careful. Call an adult if you're some of our younger viewers. Unplug the fridge if you can. And get out of there.
Oh, nice
Air
play.
it out. Do not smell the smoke, guys. Be very careful, because I started getting lightheaded with the smoke in the kitchen.
So does this become a public service announcement as well?
Just to kind of, MMC tips, guys. Take care of yourselves out there. If you ever see stuff like that, I mean,
don't play around with it.
You know what, Chef Tom, if we can help somebody who gets in a similar situation like I had, and I mean, guys, got to keep in mind, I'm also in a panic too, right? I'm worried about my dog.
Oh, God.
I'm worried about my house going up. So...
Well, it's something new that we've never experienced, and obviously you're going to be very anxious.
Ready to go for next time. So, that's your story time with Chef Tom and Jeff today.
So, tuning back to the game here, Jeff.
Yes.
1-1.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, but it was big. It was a big deal.
Oh, God. Like, we're still... Like, the fridge just got ordered now, the new fridge.
So, yeah, we had to order a new fridge, and all of our stuff's in our basement now.
I still said we should have Amazon Primed it and got gift wrapped.
I jokingly, like, you and I were dying. And my dad's like, what do you mean? We could do that? Hell yeah,
I don't think they understood it, like...
No, I don't think he got it, and yeah, so it's gonna be 10 business days before we get a replacement fridge. But nonetheless, guys, the smell is gone. Thank the Lord. Because I was telling Chef Tom, so I hadn't eaten, guys, in like 8.5 hours at this point.
You dummied that pizza.
Like, my dad came home with pizza for all of us, to say thank you, and we're all hungry, and obviously the fridge was damaged, so food is not exactly readily available.
Yep.
Being in the basement.
Gotta do laps now.
Nobody's cooking. It's like after 9 p.m. at this point. So this is ongoing, guys, for about
almost later, yeah.
4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
And my dad brought home a local pizza from our GTA area here in Toronto, and this thing got destroyed as fast as I possibly could. I was like flush white, I felt.
You were like rosy cheeks from the cold.
I felt lightheaded, like to the point where when you and I were standing at the front door, and we were talking after my parents came home, like, I actually felt like I was going to collapse.
Well, you needed some food. You hadn't eaten in, like, 7-8 hours. Nobody can go through that. That's just bad for your health in general.
Yeah, I think it's the stress of the whole situation and stuff, too, and then...
Oh, it's not going to help anybody.
Weirdly enough, guys, I was telling Chef Tom, when I was eating the pizza, I could still taste the smell, if that makes sense. Like, of that smoke stuff, whatever, that I was inhaling. So it was a very weird experience trying to enjoy the pizza.
I just remember when I came into the door and like it had already been unplugged, the doors open, windows open by the time I got there.
And then airing out.
I was choking up.
A couple hours.
I couldn't breathe.
A couple hours. And you caught it because the fridge at that point was at the front door when you walked in. Too.
Holy.
So it was
brutal.
Quite MMC story, guys. There you go. And Chef Tom was able to live it with me. Didn't get the initial craziness of it, but Chef Tom was here on the case to come help out. So
yeah, that's usually the case.
Thank you, Chef Tom. We appreciate it.
That's what we do.
Yeah, this is the family. This is family spick.
It's the Godfathers. That's what we do.
It's true. Yeah, because my parents are your godparents as well.
If you guys haven't caught on, I've also asked Jeff to be my best man. Through thick and thin, he is another brother from another mother. So,
well, I mean, hey, it is brotherhood.
Exactly.
And Chef Tom's part of our wedding as well. Yeah. So we do. What we do. We have a very close knit group.
Oh God.
Of like our family, like our cousins are like best friends. Like that's not how it is. And it might just be the Italian culture.
Could be.
In general.
Also, like we grew up.
All together, all the time, like playing
down
sports,
the street.
Yeah, very close
Same
living.
Team.
All the big family events, birthdays, Christmas, all the celebrations were always together. I mean, it's a pretty consistent growing up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like we saw our cousins more than our friends.
Power play. I know.
So.
Well, it's also because, let's be honest, our parents never really wanted to be like, hey, after school,
I'm going to so-and-so's house.
Home.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You come home.
You come home. I'll invite your cousin over later. Take the safe play. Like, guys, one thing we can tell you about our parents, like, they instilled the fear of God in us.
God love them.
Like, hey, we're okay. You guys can tell. We're pretty normal dudes. But man.
Jury's still out.
But man, did we ever have some strict parents when it came to stuff we could do. I couldn't leave my driveway.
Hey, it's all out of love and nurture.
I know. I mean, our parents joke around all the time. You guys are alive, aren't you? You guys are happy.
Are you sweating?
Good lives? Oh, no. We'll leave that for another story time.
I know, this episode's going to be all story time.
It'll be all story time. All right, we hope you guys enjoy the stories, man. Again, comment below Show some love if you guys love the story time with Chef Tom and Jeff. Like, these are true life stories. They're not made up. It's not fabricated. You're the way Chef Tom and I are. We speak it as it is.
Do me a favor, guys. Comment below. Ask Jeff if he's sweating. just do that.
Don't do it.
If you comment that 3 times, I will drop that story next episode.
Ooh.
No problem. 3 times, comment below, Jeff, are you sweating? And I'll tell the story.
Let's leave the sweating.
I can't wait.
Leave the sweating. Don't do it, guys. If you're Team Jeff, you don't do it. No sweats. So I like the puck movement that we're doing here.
Oh, come on, I want to get there.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. Turn it around. Zaitsev. Ekholm keeps it in.
Trying to get a little...
Oh, my God.
Trying to get some traffic in front of Rene. The guy's seeing everything, man.
I cannot believe how well the puck moved in that last, like, 2-3 play segment.
And that was our second line. I love that Connor Brown is on our first line.
We also did it again where we just talked almost through an entire episode and have somehow found our way into a really solid game here.
Welcome to the MMC.
Penalty!
That's a penalty. No, because it's on the bench side. It's not a penalty.
Come on!
It's not a penalty.
They just love Kopitar. I'm calling crap on that one.
You know what? I'm a Kopitar fan.
I do enjoy Kopitar. He's a great player.
He's a great two-way player.
And you know what? It's funny because I think when he got drafted, I don't think they thought his ceiling would be that high. Don't get me wrong.
Nobody did.
I think they, said this kid's going to be good.
Oh!
That backdoor pass.
Well, he was a top 10 pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think they thought he was going to be like a two-way who gets that kind of 50-point mark, 60 points. I don't think anybody thought that guy'd be getting 70 points a year.
Oh, God, no.
60,
I mean, don't get me wrong. He had a rough
Oh!
Marner!
Attaboy, Mitchell!
That's on the power play.
World Juniors. I saw a little thing over there.
Yeah. So,
Canada.
In the midst of this being shot, boys and girls, Canada just beat the Czech Republic 7-2.
Big slapping over there. And they were down 1-0 early, too.
So, they will go on to face Sweden in the final.
Whoop.
Who potentially has the first overall draft pick coming in Dahlin.
Yeah. He's a really good player.
He's stupid tall.
He's
the second coming of Hedman.
So, funny enough, I kind of compared him like a Jake Gardner, because he could be a forward. But I don't know if that's a good thing, because Gardner, I don't think, could be on the level of a first overall pick, like said guy, Dahlin.
True.
Weirdly enough, just kind of a...
Oh! Get in there!
Can I throw the yellow flag? Is that a thing?
There's no way...
This puck didn't go in?
There's no way.
How do we do the zoom on this again? There we go. There we go. No conclusive evidence. Nope. He stopped it.
Okay.
Okay, so we continue to push forward here. We got 14 minutes left. We got to close this down. Go away,
Demko's having a game.
So we saw some love for Demko.
I know.
So
on both videos.
Yeah, I believe it was Scotty Simpson showing some big love, who apparently got to watch him back in his days playing
in the dub,
younger, on the dub, or his collegiate days, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome, man. And we're both you and I have been big Demko fans for a while.
Well, I mean, he's one of those guys, like, there's always the hype of the next goalie prospect. Yeah, it was Marcus Strom forever.
Yeah, it's like, that's what I mean.
On Vancouver.
Not even from like a team perspective, for the league.
Yeah.
And like
there's been a far few between goalies actually developed to their full potential.
There hasn't, like, I feel like maybe the last big one that people talked about was like the Matt Murray. And I don't even
think he got hype.
Maybe not that much exposure as
I would say like Carey Price.
Past. Well, a lot of Canadian goalies get that though. Like Carter Hart's getting it right now.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Radio Carter Hart. How do you feel about his whole
stepping off the ice?
Yeah.
Amateur.
What's your thought?
I think it's amateur. I'm all for superstition. Like playing baseball, I would always hop over the line. I get it.
So Freddie Anderson actually called them out on it, saying, I don't think it's the greatest idea. He goes, I think it's kind of weird. He goes, be more focused on other things in your preparation. Well, guys, I don't know if you've seen, so let's hope we got our hockey fans here. If you guys are watching the juniors, what do you think about Carter Hart, the goalie for the Canadian
Phillies draft pick, second rounder.
Phillies draft pick, actually a guy who I was hoping the Leafs were going to snag at some point.
And yeah, we got Wool, the American, who apparently is doing great.
Yeah, he was played really well in the tournament.
So,
what do you guys think about it? Do you think that there's a weird superstition? Do you think he shouldn't worry about it? Apparently, he's eaten the same breakfast for 4 months in a row. Like, that kind of sounds like something I would do, to be quite honest.
Well, let's be honest. When you're training, actually, that's usually the case. You don't differ your menu much.
Well, he said, had 3 eggs, 2 pieces of toast, and I believe he said a glass of chocolate milk for 4 straight months. It's made for him as well, which I thought was a pretty interesting part to the story. He's like, I think they have a roommate or something who just like apparently loves cooking for people. So he wakes up extraordinarily early, doesn't know what to do, so he just cooks for them. So I thought that was kind of interesting and funny bit. Actually, that's the one thing I kind of enjoy about the World Juniors is the stories.
Yeah.
That they kind of ask the kids about. Yeah. So, they kind of
It's a great tournament. I also love that it's over the Christmas break. Like, it's a great tournament.
So I want to talk about one player in particular who has grossly impressed me.
Oh, gosh.
And I don't know. So, where do you think I'm going with this? I want to drop it to you first to see if you know where I'm going with it.
Canada or?
No. So I don't want to drop the team. I want you to kind of pick it out to see if maybe you know where I might be going with it before I get there.
I mean, Dahlin to me has been a stud.
So it's not the obvious, I wouldn't say.
I didn't expect it to be the obvious because I already mentioned Dahlin.
Yeah. So actually I got two. But one in particular, and the second one was kind of like my second kind of, wow, this kid's going to be really good.
You know what?
Oh!
I would say, oh God, what was that American that really impressed me? Greenway, I think is his name.
Oh, get those tips in, boys. Get those tips in. I love that our fourth line just loves tipping pucks. They get to the net to make magic. Love it.
Okay, they're going to be pulling the goal here.
So you're actually on the right track. It is an American who I really, really saw was a game changer with Canada in that outdoor game in Buffalo.
Oh, come on, what's the guy's name?
Oh, crap.
Chuck, I don't think is going to be anything special.
No, he's gonna be like his brother. I think he'll be pretty good. He'll grind.
I think Matthew has a lot more potential than Brady, or Brady, right?
I think it's Brady. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one. I got to look at the roster and I'll tell you exactly, because I only saw the outdoor game against Canada.
So I've caught a couple of U.S. games. Barry, boom, there it is, guys. 15.1 left on the clock.
Just wait a second, that puck out.
15.2. So, it's Middlestad.
Middlestad. Buffalo has a stud in Middlestad.
That kid was phenomenal. Phenomenal in the tournament.
If he can add some muscle, because he's a little thin.
Well, I mean, all the kids really at this point are kind of going through that bodies changing, putting on the weight. So, he was my first one as the biggest surprise. I mean, I didn't know much about him, guys, so pardon me for ignorance if, this is someone who the U.S., product knew was going to be massive. I mean, we don't get much visibility to the U.S. development leagues up here in Canada.
Yeah, none
so
at
if
all.
you guys do have those prospects, we don't see it. Then that goes to the likes of guys like JVR, Austin Matthews. When he was over there, we didn't really hear much about him.
Oh God, well, he went to the Swiss League.
And that's the thing, we didn't really hear here in Canada until Matthews went to Zurich.
Yep.
So the second person was Anderson from Sweden.
Can't say I know him.
Yeah, I haven't heard about him either, but my God, the kid's been playing some hockey.
Hold on, 3 stars.
Sorry, I got excited.
So that will wrap up this episode.
3 stars are Demko, Larkin, Marner.
Probably. Probably. Demko had a game.
That's it.
There you go. You guys heard it here first. I'm sure Jeff got it on the head.
That's our goal of the future, man.
So let's look to see. That ended January.
That is our... Man, we're getting closer.
Let's look at February now. We're going to get to the trade deadline very quick.
We are pushing. So if that's Jan...
That's Jan.
Let's go to Feb. So what would you like to take on our game in Feb?
I kind of want to take on San Jose for our home game.
So San Jose home game and our away game.
You call it.
Maybe Carolina? I don't know if we played them. Boston? Have we played Boston?
Even if we did already. It's a great, original 6 interdivision.
Do we play Boston next month on the road?
Play them at home.
At home. So maybe we say Boston for at home?
Okay.
So we go San Jose, and maybe let's say Carolina. I believe we played Tampa.
Ooh, Carolina.
So it's a nice spread there. A couple weeks.
Okay.
Let's see what the team does.
Sim it to San Jose.
We're going to go to San Jose.
Let's go rip out some beards. That's a little drop down here to Toronto versus San Jose.
Yeah, so Kadri and Joe Thornton dropped the gloves off the face-off.
Like a second into the game.
Which is incredibly weird for me because those are not the two guys you think would be doing so.
And even the concept of it being literally puck drop gloves, go at it.
So my thought, and I was talking at the gym about this with Mike, was that Kadri's probably running his mouth like he does.
For sure. And
pissed Joe off, and then he just said, okay, kid, let's go. Let's go. I mean, Kadri's going to be a kid to Joe. That's inevitable.
Oh, God, yeah. Joe's one of the veterans of the league.
And that beard, though. Him and Burnsy just apparently don't understand what
they rock it well.
But we're 10 games over. Don't look now. And we got the 25-25-4 San Jose Sharks.
Fan of happiness is there, 96.
At home, which is a game that actually happened tonight in real life.
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of a fun one.
Matthews leading it.
So he's finally back. That's a good news.
And we're 5th in the Atlantic.
So, hey, fingers crossed, guys. If we can keep up a pretty solid end here to the season, we may be able to take a playoff spot.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about?
We're just not looking good, eh?
What are we not looking good?
5th?
Hold on. Yeah, look at it this way. Let's get to the full. I did calendar.
You just had to hit X.
Is this me right now? Really? Really?
Just saying.
Really?
Okay, where are we in the East?
We are.
This will end it also. So, guys, as Jeff is finding this here, go check out Redbubble if you haven't already.
We're 5th.
Listen. Okay? I like to be in the top of the 8 going.
We're pushing.
So I like to be 4. I like to be 2.
We're pushing.
Anyways.
We're, 7 points out of first. And Boston, no less.
Go check out Redbubble. As Jeff is trying to convince me that we're going to be okay.
I'm done.
For all your MMC merch needs, go check them out. We love the support for that. Also, to our, partners. Clutch Chairz, can't stress it enough, we would not be streaming into the wee hours of the morning if it wasn't for you guys. As well as Insane Labs for giving us that little boost.
Little edge.
That's
what it is. I don't know, sometimes how we stay awake with the hours we do.
That's how I hit my high notes as well. It's just a little bit more energy there.
How he starts off the episodes, I mean.
Just rise to the top.
So what else is in that bottom region for our viewers?
There's probably also all of our links to our Twitter page, Twitch. Jeff's getting back on that bad boy. I wish I could do the same. Who knows? Maybe we can finally Destiny Twitch, and I can hop in and run the show with you.
That could be a thing.
Or, Siege, because we both own Siege.
How you even cracked it at my house?
Oh, well, you alluded to it earlier in the episode. We game when we stream.
Yep.
That's really it.
Or shoot.
So
that's basically it, guys. It's another episode down the books. Your boys are signing out. Chef Tom rolled you out here with all the goodness, all the news. Make sure you hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Let's get these things rolling, guys. Let's get visibility to it. Ring the bell. Hit subscribe. Get notifications on. You want to know when the next hot MMC content drops. And just fire comments. Who doesn't love the fire?
Love it.
Bring the fire.
We've been loving them also, this entire time. You guys been top notch.
I got this.
Keep it sweating?
No. See, I don't know if this one can be dropped appropriately with the story time that we drop, but keep it firing.
Ask Jeff if he's sweating.
Fire.